Hey guys, I am Majimo, so I'm a member of the Assassin's Creed Univers channel. I'm here with Ariel. So today we start our new podcast where we're going to talk about Assassin's Creed. So, hello Ariel.
Hello Majimo.
So, we're just the two of us. It's the first episode. And we're gonna speak English for this podcast. Alright, so every episode we'll ask ourselves a couple of questions about the Assassin's Creed franchise. So if you have suggestions, be free to use the comment section. And for this episode, we will talk about Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. And so the question is if Edward was a good protagonist, did he deserve the assassin title? And if the gameplay was better or worse than the previous game, because it was way more open world orientated, and Assassin's Creed 3 had a more linear storyline. So, do you wish to start?
Oh yeah, sure. The first question is if Edward was a good protagonist.
For Edward, right? Yeah.
Well, I think he was a great protagonist. I mean, coming from Connor, I think it was a great leap, and also he was an innovative character. As the last character we had that was more charismatic was Ezio, and we didn't have anyone like Edward, like being a pirate and drinking rum, and being all for the ladies like that. And I think as a character for the Assassin's Creed franchise, it was really good. It was new. It wasn't like Ezio. It was his own kind of character, and as a protagonist, I think was a perfect character for Pirates Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, it's funny that you talked about the ladies, because with Ezio we actually have sex with 4 different girls during the Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood and Revelation. And with Edward, we had this the first trailer with Blackbeard talking about Edward when he was like laying with 2 prostitutes, and in the game he's like the opposite. He's like a loving husband. He doesn't want to forget his wife, and it felt kind of weird, because the advertisement was so different from the original, from the game that we had at the end. I think it was a shock to me that Edward was he was a pirate, but I think there is a lack of content on that part, on the pirate life, like girls and only alcohol, like he was drinking all the time.
Well, I think it goes from the focus of the game, because the game focused a lot on sea, like on traveling on sea in boats, and that lost a lot of part of where you would play in the story on the land. So I think because the game wasn't so much in the land, they couldn't do so much stuff about ladies and stuff, because they're not gonna have ladies on the boat.
That's probably it. I mean, but maybe if sometimes when pirates they capture the ship, they used to rape the other even man to man. Oh. But I think they couldn't include that in the game.
No,
sodomize. I don't think they could include that.
Well, they included cutting a head of a guy and putting on a stick on Assassin's Creed Unity trailer. So I think they would if they had to.
Yeah, they had problems only with the harpoon and and whales and.
Oh yeah.
So with beta. So I don't think they if they had problem with that.
Oh yeah, I remember the first time I went hunting, harpooning, and when I killed the fish, the whale, and I got on the boat, I was like, man, they're gonna get in trouble with this. I didn't care, but I knew that.
They had trouble. I mean, they tried the beta association, but in the end, it's Ubisoft. They have quite a lot of power. So.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that they would lose, but someone would someone would complain about that. That's what I mean.
And so Edward is this like pirate. So isn't that weird that he has to be an assassin for the Assassin's fans? And no, we're used to have a charismatic protagonist, yeah, but like to understand the cause and the creed.
Oh no, I don't think you need any of that to understand the cause, the creed. For me, I think it's actually pirate a really good character to be an assassin, because they don't follow rules. And okay, the Assassin's Creed, it's not an order, but they have their own like line of thought path. But the pirates don't go with the government and laws and that kind of stuff. And all they want is freedom, is to do what they want. And I think
that's the same way of assassins.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Not that you don't have consequences, but being a pirate is illegal. But that's what they want to do, and that's what they are doing. And I think it's a great type of character to be an assassin.
Yeah, the only thing is that he only becomes an assassin at the end when he embraced the creed. But I think it didn't matter because if you want to talk about the gameplay, I mean, everything he does is perfect for an Assassin's Creed game. He only does like stealth, like not only assassination but spying, conversation, and I think that was perfect for an Assassin's Creed game because he's not an assassin, but the missions were what we want for an Assassin's Creed game. Whereas in Assassin's Creed 3, you had this character who was an assassin, but because he believed in the creed and wanted to gather a brotherhood in New York and Boston, but the missions were only about, we are telling you the story of the Revolution of America.
Well, honestly, for me, on Assassin's Creed 3, I really liked Connor. I don't know why I really like Connor. When I finished the game, I was disappointed because they could do so much more with that character. Not that it's a bad character, but the way that they handled with the character was bad. But I think he was kind of forced to be an assassin. He didn't quite choose it.
Yes, by Juno and what happened to him during his childhood. But with Edward, a lot of people say that Assassin's Creed for Black Flag was not a good Assassin's Creed because he's not an assassin. He wants to do what he wants, and so the question is, when I finished Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I was thinking, so what's the point of an Assassin's Creed game? Is that to make you play an assassin, or if the game wants to immerse me with in a new universe, and that was the piracy, the golden age of piracy, and I think that the game really succeeded in doing that, make you play a pirate in the Assassin's Creed gameplay. But the storyline was, we have this piece of Eden and this place, the observatory, so...
Yeah, I think they should go back to Pieces of Eden. Well, I mean, every fan of the Assassin's Creed series, like, since the beginning, not that it was a fan since the beginning of the series, but that played all the games, they all know that Assassin's Creed is not as it was before, not as in gameplay, not as in interaction with the game and that stuff, but the essence of the game, of the people that came before and Pieces of Eden, we all know that's not the same way.
Yeah, since the Assassin's Creed 3 ended.
Yeah.
Because they tried something different for Assassin's Creed 4 for the modern day storyline. And I kind of liked it because it was like, okay, so this is you have this content in Obscure Entertainment, the hacking, all the information you can get, and it was like just for fans. It was like if you want to do those side quests, you can do it, but it's just for fans. If you want to do the main mission, just go in the Animus and go take some boats and.
Yeah, what I think about that is that is a really good way to treat the present, but in like a game like Assassin's Creed Rogue, because like it's not their main game, at least the main game of the year. So,
yes.
But for Assassin's Creed Black Flag, so like for 1 year, the only present that we had was that guy on first person on Abstergo. I think that was really bad because I like Desmond, But even though they killed the character, I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not okay. I would like it for him to come back, but from going to Desmond to being like you in first person, I don't think that was a good step. Because the story mode on the present, even though there's a lot of content, there isn't much. The same thing as I said before. There isn't that essence.
Yeah, well, the thing is that when they announced Assassin's Creed Black Flag, even from the title, that it was like a spin-off. There was that feeling that it was not the new Assassin's Creed game. It was just naval exploration, and so it had that feeling that Rogue is even stronger now. It's we're doing this game Rogue for fans of the Templars, and the present content is way more interesting than in Unity, for instance. Yeah, it's a shame now that it became like that, but
yeah.
Well, they had to do what they needed to do to release more games every year. So they did that. They changed the modern day story, and it became a second story only for fans, and they created Assassin's Creed Initiates. But the question was that for Black Flag we didn't care because it wasn't a main game when it came out. I mean, I did not see it as a main game, as a main important game, even it was on the consoles.
Yeah. What I didn't like that they did, talking about spin-off and that stuff, focusing on fans, is that Assassin's Creed Unity, they said that it's a good entry point. So if someone never bought a PS3 or an Xbox and never played on PC and bought a PS4 or Xbox One, and they bought Assassin's Creed Unity, they would be able to finish the game and understand what's happening. And I don't think that's good, because what about the fans?
Well, it's also not true. I mean, all the people that started with Unity never. There was what the fuck with those compressed videos talking to me in modern days. I don't care. I just want to play Arno in Paris. So, I think they completely failed that. I mean, there is no use telling you this story of the Animus and Pieces of Eden if you're not going to use it in the game. There is no summary. There is nothing.
But they said it's a good entry point, and it actually is. You don't actually need to know the story to understand the story in Unity, because there's a little summary in the beginning, and also they don't even go to the present much. There's just 2 videos. I really didn't like that, even though I liked the game, I liked the story. It's just that I hope the next one they fix that. They get more for fans.
We actually explored 2 questions because we talked about present day story. Now if we come back to Assassin's Creed 4, so the gameplay, it's like a massive open world game. If you don't like boats, of course, this game was very boring. So, did you like it? Did you?
Well, it was good for the first week, maybe. I thought it was really boring having to travel around. I mean, it's good sometimes because you can just sit back and relax and enjoy the view, and it's really intuitive. But sometimes I just wanted to go to the mission, and I couldn't because I had to go on a boat. And
you had to upgrade your boat with and you needed money and
resources
and iron and all the resources that was really expensive.
And we had to go kill other boats to get the resources, and that was kind of boring. For example, for me in Rogue, I didn't finish Rogue yet, but I was playing it, and all I wanted to do on Rogue is finish the story because I don't.
It's actually easier on Rogue because in Rogue you get much more resources, because every side mission gives you resources. You have the camps, so they did it better. I mean,
yeah, but even though it's easier, I was having to just go out and do secondary missions and kill boats to get resources, because I couldn't advance in the story.
But there are only 2 naval combat missions in Rogue, I think. Only 2 main missions with the boat. All other missions are just land missions, assassination.
Well, I don't know, because I don't have my PS3 now, But I knew that I had to upgrade my boat to continue the mission, so I guess I'm one of those.
Yeah, it happened, but because the thing I liked on Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is that, you know, when a game, when you have all these side quests that were quite fun. I mean, on the water, and also we have the bandit camps. You know, the caves. Yeah, we had caves. Cool. We had the outposts. So I really liked all those side quests. And the thing is, I've finished, you know, all the side missions before finishing the main story. It sounds so crazy, but it's the only game where I actually did that. You know, finished.
I almost did that on Unity. It was just a few secondary missions for me to complete all of them.
You know, I like the fact that you need to do one to not unlock the other, but it helped you. You know, if you had done the fort, you unlocked the naval missions. There were a lot of examples, like, you know, when you needed to hunt animals. And the thing is that in Assassin's Creed 3, I finished the story, and then there are the Homestead mission, and it was completely it was boring because it's too slow. And so I mean, in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and 3, and you had to force you to do those side missions, because otherwise they were too separated from the main story, and it felt unnatural. In Assassin's Creed 4, the side missions felt natural in the world.
Yeah.
After that, you completely forgot the story. I mean, I was like, okay, so who they asked me to kill? That guy? I don't know who's that guy. And I completely forgot who that guy was, because it was like 10 hours at the beginning of the game, and I'd completely forgotten him. So that's too bad. And that's the problem of the writing of the game.
And what about gameplay on land?
There is not much gameplay on land. I mean, at the beginning, at the Havana, the assassination missions were great in Black Flag. Because as I said at the beginning of this podcast, like, they're doing very good level design assassination mission.
Yeah.
But it was always the same. I mean, it was always like follow the target, hiding, and then killing when it's on his boat.
Yeah.
It was always, but I kind of liked it because it was good assassination mission, good level design, like using different tactics to get to target.
Yeah, and then now they have. I think I can say that they perfected that on Unity.
Yeah, on Unity, I think we can compare. I mean, because the game design is very different. But if you want to talk about Rogue, the first missions of Rogue, where you're an assassin, those missions are awesome. It's like the best assassination levels of all Assassin's Creed games, except maybe the first one.
Yeah.
Because the first Assassin's Creed, we'll talk about it later. We didn't want to talk about the first podcast.
Yeah. And what else? What was the new things coming from the third game to the fourth game? Besides both.
The hunting was less constraining. No, it was easier to hunt, and
and using a lot of pistols, and also aiming with the pistols. Oh, I think that was really good.
Yeah, free aim pistol.
I think that was really, really good, because I remember playing on Assassin's Creed 3, and I wanted to aim with the guns, and I couldn't.
And the bow, the aiming with the bow is a mess.
Yeah,
it's too assisting. Like, it's following the target, and the range is too short, so it was very hard. Yeah.
Just one quick question. Do you use a lot of rope darts on all Assassin's Creed games?
Never. No. I tried to use it on Rogue. On Rogue, it's quite fun to do the outpost, because you can actually steal the key, you know, from the guy who holds the key to open the.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so that's quite fun on Rogue. But for Assassin's Creed 3, when they introduced us the rope dart, it was like to hang a soldier from behind, like you're just attacking a patrol on the frontier. But why would you attack a patrol just like that? So I never did.
I like the idea, and seriously, when I use it, it's really cool to like see the guy hanging, but it's not useful. I'm not in the battle, and I'm gonna use a rope dart. I just use it when I want to use it.
For the hunting on Rogue also, for hunting, the rope dart is very, very comfortable, because you get it back. You know, you don't lose your ammo. And in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, there was this 100% synchronization where you needed to hit Bartholomew Roberts He's on his boat, and you're supposed to kill him with the rope dart. It's completely impossible because you have all the other crew members fighting on the ground. So you can't aim at Robert specifically, and I never managed to do that. So that's an example of very bad level design.
Yeah.
On
For
Black
example,
Flag.
in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I would only use rope darts until I finished that challenge. You know, for Abstergo challenge, I think, to unlock the hacks.
Probably, yeah.
I think I used like I think it was 10 times.
You also had mines. You had mines on Assassin's Creed 3. You had saddles for the horse. You know, all this stuff that no one used.
Yeah.
Probably once, just to try it. Like, okay, let's try to craft a mine.
And
But
also that food to attract animals. I think it was on Assassin's Creed 3, right?
yes, that were useful for the
hunting, but I don't know, in Assassin's Creed 3, the way they handle that, these challenges, I didn't like it. And also talking about challenges that lead to hacks. For example, in Assassin's Creed Black Flag. In Assassin's Creed 3, you had to pick up some little things, you know, to unlock those hacks, right? Pivot points.
Pivots. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, pivots is something that they tried to introduce something to tease the next game, but I think it completely failed. I think they didn't have the time to develop it completely.
Well, it completely failed for me because I never used it. Like,
no, because when you had too many friends, it didn't even work.
Yeah,
you know?
It didn't work for me. I never
didn't work.
done anything.
I had to delete like 50 friends to make it work on PlayStation.
No, I didn't even know what was causing it. I thought it was internet connection, but I don't know. It was horrible, and I quit it.
Yeah, so you mean that the fact that Abstergo achievement unlocks hacks is better when because you can use it before finishing the game, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never use those cheat codes.
No, I don't like to use it, but I like to have it. I want to have 100% game.
I use it in Brotherhood.
Like Assassin's Creed 3, I had finished. I had all side missions completed. I had, I think, all collectibles, but I didn't have the cheat codes. So that was really, really bad for me.
Well, Black Flag, I finished everything except the 100% synchronization. Because for me, it's just the special synchronization is just a lack of level design. It's not. It doesn't make it harder. It just make it, more boring. Because I have to do this mission because I failed that, and it's just supposed to make the long game stay longer and you play it longer. I don't know. I did it in Assassin's Creed 3.
What I think they should do, instead of gaining synchronization percentage for completing these challenges, they should give you money or resources, not percentage in synchronization.
That's why I really liked Assassin's Creed Rogue, because for when you do like a fort or I don't know, outpost without being spotted, that's the way you have extra resources. And also when you do
that happened in Black Flag 2.
You have the interception mission when you have to kill all the assassins before they kill the targets. If you kill it before a time runs out, so it's just a basic timer, just like the rest of the other synchronization.
Actually, those are side missions. I mean on main missions. They should put like secondary objectives or challenges, but instead of giving like percentage in synchronization, like 100% synchronization, I think they should just like give you more money or
just a bonus, like for the mission. Just in Assassin's Creed Unity, the side activities on the assassination mission is helping you for the assassination, so that's great. And it's the same for a lot of games. You have like side activities that will help you for the mission. Deus Ex, Dishonored, Hitman, whatever. A lot of
now on the next game, if they don't do a really, really good game, like the people enjoyed that game, like the old Assassin's Creed, like 1, 2, and Brotherhood, and I think that the franchise is going down. Like they're still gonna make games, but it's not gonna be the same as before. I think this is their last chance.
Well, the thing is that the game they have sold the most is still Assassin's Creed 3. I mean, Unity has a great selling rate, but not as high as Assassin's Creed 3. I think the franchise will not stop so soon. But I mean, they know that the fans are disappointed.
Yeah, and I'll continue buying. Like I'm a fan. I'll continue buying until it's over. I'm gonna buy everything. But to be a successful franchise, and I really like the franchise because I like how they focus on the story, or at least how they focused. I just hope that they do it right. Not for me, but for their good.
Let's hope that. I'm not that optimistic, but
I'm not optimistic. I'm hopeful. If you wish to participate in our next podcast episode, just check the description, and everything will be there. And we hope you do join us. Thank you.
I